Nigerian legal system criminalizes freedom of speech but celebrates you when you embezzle billions. Obi, na so person embezzle billions of naira and now he's a free person. Pay 500 million naira and go to your house out of 110 billion naira that you stole. Pay 500 billion naira and you have your freedom. Don't worry, that one is enough for us to share. That is what they are telling us. Where the person that talks and says this is what our country is going through, they say no, you cannot talk. But somebody that steals money, they walk away freely. That is the kind of country that we found ourselves in. Labour Party's presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, has described the Nigerian legal system as one that criminalizes free speech but celebrates thefts of billions. He said this as he commented on a controversial theft case involving Segun Olowokere, who was sentenced to death for stealing a fowl in Osun State. The Punch reports that in 2010, at just 17 years old, Olowokere and his accomplice Morakin Sunday were arrested for breaking into the homes of a police officer and another individual. Probably it's because the person is a police officer. That's why they now padded case against the boy and said, oh, they should go and kill him. Somebody stole fowl and you are saying they should sentence him to death. For what? The way these people abuse power, once they are in authority, the way they behave. Somebody stole chicken and you say they should go and hang him to death. Meanwhile, Mr. Yahya Bello that stole 110 billion naira, he was given bail of 500 million naira and now he's a free person. Who is supposed to be hanged between the two of them? Who is supposed to be hanged between somebody that stole chicken and somebody that stole 110 billion naira? Who deserves hanging? After years of legal proceedings, Justice Jide Falola of the Osun State High Court sentenced the duo to death by hanging in 2014. Even that justice, and they need to go and arrest him. Because what kind of judgment is that? What kind of judgment is that? For somebody that stole chicken and are sentencing him to death. For what? Finding them guilty of forcibly entering the police officer's home and stealing his belongings. The case has sparked widespread debates among Nigerians, prompting the intervention of Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke. The governor directed the State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice to investigate the case fully and initiate processes for granting Olowokere a prerogative of mercy. In a statement, Adeleke said, Osun is a land of justice and equity, and we must ensure fairness and protection of the sanctity of lives. I assure members of the public that this matter is receiving my direct attention, with every sense of urgency attached to our response. Reacting to the development on Friday via its X-handle, Obi commended Governor Adeleke's intervention while condemning the disparities in the Nigerian judicial system. He wrote, I commend Governor Ademola Adeleke for stepping in to prevent the inhumane punishment of death by hanging for the theft of a fowl and eggs, an offense for which individual had already spent 14 years in prison. In fact, they really need to compensate that boy. They really, really need to. Thank God that they've not even done anything to him. Imagine, in this country that has law and order. Obviously, the law is not even working, because how can you sentence somebody to death for stealing chicken? That judge does not even have the fear of God at all. At all. That sentence alone far exceeded the demands of justice, if the crime warranted such considerations in the first place. This case underscores the harsh inequalities of the Nigerian legal system. If you dare to speak freely, you are treated as a criminal and silenced. If you embezzle billions of funds, you are celebrated, even when caught and taken to court. Yet, those pursuing honest, legitimate business are burdened by oppressive regulations and treated with suspicion, as though success through integrity is a crime. In an interview on the Talk to Be show hosted by actress Abiola Adebayo and aired on Tuesday, Olowokere's parents recounted their ordeal and expressed hope for justice after over a decade of legal battles. They described the events leading to their son's conviction and the subsequent hardship endured, insisting that he was wrongfully convicted. It is well, it is really well. This my country, Nawa. Godwin Odoma says, in Nigeria, steal a fowl and be sentenced to death. But still billions of money you will be celebrated. Examples are legion. Dark country. It is really a dark country. African China sang it in a song. He said, poor man wait thief money, then go show him face for crime fighter. Rich man wait thief money, you no go see their face for crime fighter. That is the kind of country we find ourselves. Somebody will steal billions of naira and is working freely, but if they steal ordinary 10,000 naira chicken, they'll carry placards on your hand, snap photo of you and say, oh, you've committed the worst crime in the world. Meanwhile, politicians are stealing money and working scot-free. Glory Rivera says, the legal system only gives the culture muscle. That is why we have found it very difficult to have the kind of response Donald Trump had in the US elections 2024. Until majority of Nigerians see and appreciate rights and its consequences, many will continue to support and give reason explaining absurdities in our policies. Okay. Joseph Asuku says, few days ago, the Kaduna state government received hundreds of repentant bandits, kidnappers and Boko Haram terrorists to be integrated back into the society, and young fellow who steals fowls is condemned to death by hanging. Exactly, this body not kill anybody and you are sentencing him to death. Meanwhile, people that have actually killed people, terrorized the community, did all sorts of things, they will say, oh, they've repented and they are integrated back into society. This is the kind of zoo country that we found ourselves. When are we going to wake up? I don't know. We're going to finally find our feet to stand and defend that which is right and censor that which is wrong. I pray that day comes soon or later. Nigeria and its criminal justice system. It is really well known. Fisherman Mattress says, when the people are deliberately made to suffer hunger, what do you expect from the downtrodden? A certain governor who stole billions has just been freed. Exactly. He has just been freed for still 110 billion naira. And now he's working freely. Very soon he will start posting on his Instagram again, posting on his TikTok, flaunting his wealth. Stolen money. He'll be flaunting it. And yet somebody stole chicken that is not even sure that he stole. He sentenced him to death. It is really well with us in this country. Really, really well. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.